Good day, Nigerians, home and abroad. My name is Joseph Thomas, and welcome to Ombudsman Radio. Today is the 1st of October, 2025. Yes, a great day in Nigeria's history. A day that Nigeria was born. Yeah, a day that Nigeria began the journey of a sovereign state. Yes, and back in 1960, we know that Nigeria got its independence on the 1st of October, and today marks a celebration day for us. Today is a day of pride, a day of reflection, and a day of renewed hope for the Nigeria. It marks the 1st of October 1960 when Nigeria gained freedom from Britain colonial rule and began the journey as a sovereign state. With me in the house is Madam Lola Oduba, and we're going to talk about Nigeria, its history, its journey, its achievement, the great achievement we've had in Nigeria. Welcome, Madam Lola.
It's good to be here, Thomas.
How do you feel today, being an Independence Day?
I feel great. I feel great because, Nigeria for a long time was under the British colonial rule. And we suddenly, after so much hardship, so much struggle to gain independence, we were able to do it. 1st October 1960. So it's a day of pride, as you said. It's a day of joy. And I'm sure that everyone across all states in Nigeria and even abroad are celebrating right now. So I'm happy.
Exactly. All right. So, like you said, before independence, Nigeria was under the British colonial administration for about 6 decades. The country itself was created in 1914 through the amalgamation of Northern and Southern Protectorate. Yes. And after years of struggle, activisms, and negotiations led by nationalists like Nnamdi Azikiwe, Obafemi, Awolowo, Amadu Bello, and Tafawa Balewa. Exactly. These were great heroes that brought Nigeria to where we are today. So the Union Jacks was lowered on October 1st, 1960. And Nigeria became a nation free to decide its own future. At independence, Nigeria adopted a parliamentary system with Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa as the first prime minister and Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe as the first governor general. Later became the first president when Nigeria became a republic in 1963. Those earlier years was filled with excitement and hope for Africa's most populous country. So, Madam Lola, how do you feel about the Independence Day since independence in 1960 till now? What can you say about the journey so far?
Nigeria, the journey has been challenging, but you can say also that's been very inspiring. We have witnessed periods of military rule, civil war, democratic transitions. The Nigerian Civil War, which took place between 1967 and 1970, was a very painful chapter in our history.
Exactly.
It's a chapter that even today you find a part of the country saying they want their own state. So basically, Nigeria has been a very challenging but very inspiring country. So of course, this has tested the resilience of our people. The nation has gone through several things. We've gone through so much. And one thing about Nigerians is that people say if you live in Nigeria, if you live, especially some parts of Nigeria, you can live anywhere in the whole world. So, we're such a resilient people. We never give up. No matter what is being thrown at us, we just keep going. We just keep going. So after many years, of course, under military regimes, democracy was restored in 1999. And of course, we've been nurturing it ever since.
All right, so Independence Day is not just about looking back, it's also about looking forward. The question is, what kind of Nigeria do we want to build for the next generation?
We need a Nigeria where we're free of corruption, a Nigeria where insecurity is non-existent. We need a Nigeria that thrives on innovation, as we know that, of course, we're in the technological era where new technology is being developed every day. You understand, where justice and equity prevail, where every citizen feels the impact of good governance. We need a Nigeria where we celebrate our diversity rather than it separating us, and we begin to think about he's from this, he's not from my part of the state, he's not from my part of the country, where unity thrives. I remember back then when I was growing up, and I was born in Lagos, but I was brought to the north at the age of 10 without my mother, without my father. You understand? And they were okay. I was okay. I did 6 years in Kaduna before going back south. You know, so what am I saying? That we need to be able to have that confidence in a Nigeria that thrives on equality, that is not separating where you are from, your culture, your language, your whatever. You understand? Where people can just cohabit and begin to think of Nigeria as a state where we are one. You know, despite ethnic, cultural, and religious backgrounds, we must, of course, begin to celebrate our diversity, our creativity, our resilience, and, of course, our unbreakable spirit.
Exactly. Of course, Nigeria is a state where we have various ethnicity, various cultures, but one thing is unique about Nigeria. Despite all these cultures and ethnic groups we have in Nigeria, we are a united people.
Yes.
We are united people, built in unity. That is what identifies us as a people. And today being the 1st of October, 2025, marking the Independence Day. Talking about the economy of the country, what would you like to say? What's your input about the journey so far when it comes to economy of Nigeria?
The economy of Nigeria is one that, you know, I mean, we keep going up and down, up and down, up and down. But, you know, there's been recessions. We've had recession upon recession. We've had growth in some sectors. Of course, we had the oil boom sector of 1970s where Nigeria was making a lot of money. And, you know, at that point in time, we had a lot of investments in Nigeria. We had so many manufacturing companies in Nigeria at that time. There were so many people. I remember so many car companies, so many shoe companies, so many everything. You know what I mean? Everyone was just here producing one thing or the other. And of course, we had the Ankara, we had the MPs, we had the SCOAs. I don't know whether they are still here, but we had
the Nigerian made products.
Yes, so Nigerian made products. You know, so many things were being manufactured here. So it's sad that over the years, we've seen most of these companies gradually leave Nigeria, you know, but I'm hoping really that, yes, we may never have that boom of the 1976 where we had the oil boom, but
we should not say we may never.
We may still,
yes.
You know, we may still.
Yes.
But you know, the world is trying to shift away from oil now.
Yes, to green energy.
You know, so but the take home of this is that at every point, there is always something that, if you look at it now, we have the Nollywood that is taking us out there. We have giants like Chinamanda Adichie. We have so many people who are just projecting Nigeria forward. We have the Afrobeat singers. We have everybody. So, and then now there is a new innovation of AI, technology, internet. So, and if you find it out, our young creative people are really in this space. So before you know it, Nigerians will begin to do things globally, and then the world will be shocked again.
Already they are doing things globally.
Exactly.
Nigerian is known globally for its achievement when it comes to sports, when it comes to athletics, when it comes to literature, and as well as arts and music. Nigerian is, we have good,
and even
medically as well.
Exactly.
Medically.
Yes,
although we have most of these good doctors operating abroad, but they still bear the name of Nigeria.
Exactly.
They are Nigerian citizens, although they practice it abroad. Yes, they still bear Nigerian citizens.
But of course, under the renewed hope agenda, if you look at what is happening right now, they're trying to bring back that pride of Nigeria. They are trying to, of course, make sure that Nigeria begins to regain its glory, of course, by putting reforms in place that begin to shape in our minds, because until we as Nigerians say we want to take back that glory that makes us not just the most populous nation, most populous nation on earth, and of course, you know, people that, you know, Nigeria being the people say we're third world. Yeah, Yes, we are third world, but if you look at the caliber of people we have in this country, they are first-class people. We just need more support. And I want to believe that, of course, with the renewed hope agenda under the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Nigerians can begin to look forward to a brighter tomorrow.
So as we raise the green and white flag today, let us consider and remember that sacrifices of our heroes past and renew our commitment in building a greater Nigeria.
Happy Independence Day.
Happy Independence Day to you, Nigeria.